Creating and selling online courses is a booming international market. It's estimated at 329 billion by 2029, according to Learning Statistics. But the challenge is, all these platforms that are out there that you can host your online courses can be very complex, and some of them really own all your data. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Tutor LMS because we want a platform where you can keep all your data at the same time, manage it all by yourself. So this is going to be a complete Tutor LMS 2024 review. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the plugins that are needed. And by any chance, if you do love Tutor LMS by the end of this tutorial, I have a 20% discount. Information of that will be in the video description below. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to log into our WordPress website. As you can see here, this is a WordPress website without much running on it. So the first thing you want to do is to install Tutor LMS. It has two plugins. So the idea here is to see how easy it is to install. So the first plugin can be installed by coming over here to add new plugin. As I mentioned, the first one is free and it is called Tutor LMS. So all you have to do is to search here, Tutor LMS. Now let's take a look at the reviews because this is one way that you can take a look and see if this is a good plugin. And so far we can see that this is 515 and this is, 4.5 stars, which is really, really good. So it has been installed about 80,000 times. Now we're not going to spend too much time with the free version because the pro version is the one that has all the features that we need. So as you can see here, I've gone ahead and activated it. Now in your case, you want to click on install and then activate. The second step now is to install the pro version. So you would come over here to plugin and then choose file. Now I've already gone ahead and installed mine. Here it is. I've installed it already. So I'm going to also show you how the dashboard looks like once you've purchased it. But anyway, now that let's say we've installed these two plugins, you're going to get an entry over here which says Tutor LMS Pro. So this is where all our major features are. So to enter your license, you just come over here to the license tab and then you paste your license over here. Now, as you can see here, I have a lifetime license, but I'm not sure if they have this available at the moment. In fact, they do have a lifetime license and it's definitely worth it. All right, so now that we have this, we can go to our settings here. There's a few things that you may want to go through to see if everything is set up correctly. So here it creates a dashboard for you. It also creates a terms and conditions page. You can enable marketplace. Now this feature, marketplace, I don't know if you've come across Udemy. This is a marketplace for tutors. So you can create a website, like in this case, where you can invite people to come and teach on your actual platform, and then you can go in and share the revenue. Usually it's 20% to you and 80% to the actual tutors. So this is huge. I don't think there's any LMSs out there that have this feature where you can set up your website as a complete marketplace for teachers or tutors. It is fantastic. So this is one of the biggest features that I really like here. So there's more things that you can go in and customize here. So if you want to allow instructors to publish courses, you can activate it by just clicking here on this button. And you also have a button which says become an instructor. So people can easily apply to become an instructor. And I think this is really cool. Next, we also have our courses here. This is where you can go in and customize your course visibility here, course content access, content summary. So there's quite a few things that you can go in here and customize. But of course, going through all these things doesn't really make sense if we can't really see what the process of creating a course looks like. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come over here to courses. So here we want to see how easy it is to create a course. All right, so we're here on our page. So the first thing we need to do here is to create a course. So I'm going to come over here and click on this button here, click on add new. So let's call this my course, or let's call this my cooking course. But of course you can name your course whatever you want. I'm going to paste a bit of the description here. And we also need a bit of some excerpts. So I'm just going to copy just a little bit of the text like that and paste it here as my excerpt. Next, we are going to come over here to maximum students. So let's say you want to specify how many students you want to have. You can go in and add whatever number it is. If you leave it at 0, it's unlimited. So chances are you want to leave it as unlimited, but the option is there for you. We can also choose here if we want to add a difficulty level. So you can say all levels, you can say beginner. It depends on your course, which is actually very, very good here. Public course, this is where no enrollment is required. So if you're selling it, this is where you want to make sure you don't activate it. All right, so let's move on. And we also have this option here for content drip. So if you enable this, you can now schedule all your content. So let's say you want to do a module per week. This is where you can go ahead and activate it here. I really love this feature because so far you can see I haven't clicked out of this. I'm still in the same window, which is brilliant. All right, now it's asking me to add a new topic. So here we go. This is where I'll add my new topic. So I'm going to say my cooking course. So I can add my summary here if I need to. But in my case, I'm just going to add some dummy text like that and then click on add topic. So this is going to be the title to your course. So far, so good. Now the question is, how do we add all our lessons? Now look at that. I can just click on this plus button here. And just like that, and now I can go in and add my lesson. So I'm going to call this lesson 1 like that. I'm going to add a bit of content. If I need to add a featured image for the lesson, I can always come over here and add my featured image. Now, if I need to add a video, I can choose my source here, and my source here could be YouTube. So all I have to do now is to go to YouTube. So I'm going to do this on a separate window and then just copy a URL to the YouTube video. Now, when it comes to YouTube, there's a fantastic feature that I need to show you. In fact, this is one of the best features. So let me just look for my own video here. In today's video, we've got 3 ways that you can make a lot of. So let's start off with the freelance. I've just copied my link to my video and I'm going to paste it in here like that. So playback time, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to click on update lesson. Now let's just add another one just to show you how easy this is. I'm going to click here on this plus button here to add a new lesson. We're going to call this lesson 2. Now we also have some shortcodes in here so we can add a registration form if we need to on this actual page, but we're not going to bother with that. So again, I'm going to come to my source here. Now there's also an option to choose Vimeo if you prefer, and then I'm going to hit update lesson. All right, so now I have 2 lessons in this main course right here. Now you may also want to have the picture that goes with the course itself. So if you want to add that, this is where you'd come. You'd scroll all the way down here, go to featured image. Now I already have some images in my media library. I'm going to choose this image right here and set it like that. It's great. Now over here on the cooking course itself, if there's any time you want to come in and make any changes, you can just come over here and do that. All right, so now that I have all this information all set, if you scroll down here, there's more information. So let's say you want to add information on what they will learn. You can always go in and enter it here. So this could also work as the benefits of the course. So I'm just going to go in and add this information like that. Targeted audience, if you want to add that, you can go in and add it. Materials included, I'm just going to say PDF. But in your case, you can go in and specify what you have. We also have our requirements here. Now, if you want an introduction video for the actual course itself, you can come over here and add it. Again, you can just add your YouTube link here, and that'll be the intro for the course. So far, it looks like it is very, very simple to add. Now, while we're on this course itself, the My Cooking course, look at this. We also have a certificate that we can create right here that goes with this actual course. This is fantastic. Now, we might as well go in and take a look at this. So if I say use this, so pretty much when they complete, this is the certificate they get. If you want to do a quick preview, you can do a preview like that, and this is what the certificate looks like. So far, I'm loving the simplicity of setting up courses and lessons, and especially the fact that this is happening on this particular page. Brilliant. All right, so let's say we're done with this. I'm going to hit publish. Now let's take a look at this course. I'm going to open this in a new tab, and here it is. Look at that. Just by entering a few information, I have the about course, what you will learn, I have my lessons, and so on. Now take a look at this. If I go in and let's say, for example, want to view this one here, I mean, it shows up, but you can see here there's a lock. That means that I can't just go in and view it because I need to enroll. So here it also gives us our levels, our total enrolled, when this was last updated, and so on, and who is the author of the course. Now, it is a very clean, simple layout. I haven't gone in and done any design yet, but already out of the box, this looks fantastic. And I'm sure you can agree with me that this is what you want, especially if your focus is creating the courses and you just want to teach. You don't want to be tweaking so many things. So this is very good. I'm going to click on enroll now. Now, take a look at this. how easy this is. So it's telling me I've enrolled on this course on the 8th of February. This is very good information. If I scroll down here, now you notice that I have this eye icon. Now, if I click on lesson 1, look at that. Look at the dashboard. I mean, just look at the learning experience. This is brilliant. I really love this. It's very, very easy to follow. You can see my lessons are over here. I can go to lesson 2 here. Now, there's also another feature that I need to take a look at, which I found very, very exciting. So, you know, when we went to the YouTube video, it showed the YouTube branding. So there's an option where if I go to my settings here and go to course, if I scroll all the way down here, now over here we have the Tutor player for YouTube. So what it does is it takes away the branding of YouTube and your video will just look like it's played from a totally different video hosting platform. I love this feature. I mean, we can actually go in and add all our course videos on YouTube because we know YouTube is free. If you wanted to go with Vimeo, this will be paid. So you can put all your videos on YouTube, set them up as unlisted, and activate this, use Tutor Player as, for YouTube, and no one will know that these videos are from YouTube. I mean, how cool is that? This is fantastic. Now, let me show you what the video would look like once you've activated this option. Now, guys, tell me, can you tell if this is YouTube? In fact, let me try and play it here so you can see there's no branding. Oops, there's no branding for YouTube. It just looks like a player that's from any other custom web video hosting website. Brilliant. And Tutor LMS have really, really thought about this. I love this. If you're making any courses, hosting your videos is very, very expensive. And this is awesome. Thumbs up for that. Okay, so let's talk about other features. So you may be saying to me, okay, Mac, for a platform which hosts courses, how are the emails managed and how do you deal with emails? Well, they've really thought about this. Now, over here on the add-ons, if you go to email on the design tab, you notice that we have emails here that are automatically sent when something is happening on the website. So for example, here we have a welcome email after registration. You can actually go in and customize this if you wanted to. Look at that. We are thrilled to have you on board and embark on a learning journey together. And then it gives you a name, regards, blah, blah, blah. So that's the email. Now, if you want to go further and customize this, you can go in, customize this, change whatever you need to change. But as you can see, it is very, very easy. Now let's go back. Now we have a ton of emails. It doesn't mean that it only comes with this email after registration. We have course enrolled. We have reminder on inactive students. I mean, there's a lot. Look at this. Completed a course. So you could actually go into this completed a course and offer them an even more advanced course later on. So all this is really cool. All done for you, laid out in a very, very easy way. All these are emails that you can go in and customize. Now, over here on the design, we can go in and customize the way the layout looks. So we have classic, minimal, modern. So you would have to come in here, select it, and then go back to the player itself and look at what it looks like. But there's a lot to activate and deactivate here. So these are the course details and so on. We even have a color palette here. So if you want to brand your website, you can come in here and add your hexadecimal values for your color palette, and this will be updated across the whole website. So again, this is something which I think is really, really amazing that Tutor LMS has done, which a lot of LMSs out there do not do. All right, so remember I mentioned that you can actually have other teachers or tutors to come on your website and teach, and you can propose a revenue share. Now look at this. So we can set this up as instructor gets 80%, the admin takes 20%. So if you want to activate it, you can just activate it here, just like that. Just a click. Now, let's say you want to sell your courses. There should be a way for you to collect the money. And Tutor LMS has done a fantastic job. If you come over here on select e-commerce engine, we have a few options here. We have WooCommerce, we have Easy Digital Downloads, and Paid Members Pro. So all these are integrated very well with Tutor LMS. So when someone pays, they get automatic access to the actual course. Again, these are known products which are very, very solid. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of WooCommerce and Easy Digital Downloads. Really, really solid. Okay, so now that we've done this, let's take also a look here at how else we can manage the monies. So you can set this up as PayPal. So any tutor that wants to come to your website first has to register with PayPal. All right, so over here, as I mentioned, if you want to make any customizations, this is where you would come. Now, this has already created a dashboard page for us. So let's take a look at the dashboard. So if we come over here to our pages, you can see that this is our dashboard. So I'm going to click on view so that we can view the dashboard. And look at that. It is brilliant. So this is the dashboard that the student sees, and this page is very important. So every time they log in, you want to redirect them to this page. It tells them the enrolled courses, active courses, completed courses. So you can see here there's minimal design. It is brilliant. Now over here, you can see we have our cooking course here. It tells us the percentage completed and so on. If I click on it, it's going to take me straight to the course. And then these are my courses. So this one here is the one in progress. Now we also have other things here like the profile. I can go in here and update my profile if I wanted to. I can take a look at my enrolled courses. I mean, there's a lot here I can take a look at. So again, we have our analytics as well, which again gives us a bit of information on what is happening on our websites. So if I was a tutor, I could go in and see my earnings. I can see my statements. I can take a look at my students. So this is fully featured. It has pretty much everything that you need for an online course website platform. And again, it's telling me my popular courses over here. So now the question is, how much does it cost for this solid platform? So we're going to take a look here at the pricing. I'm going to come over here. So for the free version, which I mentioned, it has it's functional, but it has just a few features that are missing. But we also have the individual here. This is one website, $199. So you may be thinking, well, that's a lot of money. $199 for a course. Come on, that's a lot of money. But if you really think about it, let's say you sell 2 courses for $99 throughout the whole year. Those 2 courses are going to cover for your licensing. And I'm pretty sure if you do a very good job of marketing your course, you can actually make more than $200 from your online course website. So $199 is very reasonable. But now, take a look at this. If you want to create these websites for your clients, you can actually charge more per website. So this is $399 per year for 10 websites. You could charge easily $1,000 or $2,000 for an online course website if you're doing this for a client. So again, this is super affordable. But if you want to take a lifetime license option, which is what I prefer, because sometimes when I start renewing all these services, it can be very expensive. So in my case here, I have this business one, which is $899. But in your case, if you want to go for the $499 one, it also works really well, because once you've purchased it, that's it. You don't have to worry about licensing and purchasing it again and so on. So I would go for that. Plus, you also have a 20% discount. The link to that is in the video description below. Now let's take a look at our add-ons. So add-ons are also very important. So if we take a look here, we have our course bundle. So let's say you want to sell your course as a bundle. This is where you'd go in and select this. Now all these are already included in Tutor LMS Pro. So everything I'm going to talk about here is already included. So you have a course bundle here, you have content drip, you have Google Meet. I mean, the emails I've spoken about. You can also have great reports, notifications, calendar, Google Classroom, Zoom. You have enrollments, certificates, assignments. Now look at all this. All this comes with Tutor LMS Pro, which is brilliant. Now, let's say you want Tutor LMS to work with other platforms, other softwares, Here is where you can integrate this with short triggers. I mean, there's quite a lot here. We also have ChatGPT. Imagine your online course website now with ChatGPT. You can use this to help you compose the content that needs to go on your course. So again, this is brilliant. Google Meet, we also have Pipso, we have Paymatic, Fluent CRM, which I think is brilliant, because definitely you want to have some sort of email funnels if you want to do that, which are highly automated. You also have Divi here, Badge OS, GamiPress, WP Fusion, Zoom. I mean, you can see Elementor, Wishlist Member. All these are all included. So as you can see, this is a very powerful platform. I have a list of videos that I am going to be doing on Tutor LMS. But just looking at this, it's a fully featured platform, which you definitely need to consider if you want to make money online creating courses. And also if your passion is teaching, this is the best way to manage your website for hosting all your videos. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take Take care.